Let's begin with chapter number 12 from your political science book of grade 12, and the name of the chapter is local self government. So, what is local self government? Local self government is also known as local government, is a system of direct or active involvement of the people of a local area into the administration of local affairs for the satisfaction of local needs with the help of the local resources and through organizing local efforts. So, local self government is always a means of providing political education and training to the people, without which they cannot become well functioning and active participation in the democratic system. So, we can also say that without a well organized system of local self government, no democratic political system can be expected to become stable and really developed. So, the Constitution of India gives a directive to the state to establish, maintain, and operate the local operate the system of the local self government, and the Indian state has been maintaining the system of local self government in both urban and rural areas. So the rural local government in India, the rural local government in India is known by the popular name Panchayati Raj. It has been the operation system in the early years of the independence, and it has respondable, and you can say responsibility to satisfy the local needs and aspirations of the local or the rural people, who constitute more than 70% of the whole population. Acting under the constitutional directive if given under Article 40 for organizing a village panchayat and endowing them with such powers and authority as many of the necessary to establish them to function the units of the self-government. The Indian state took immediate steps to systematically organize Panchayati Raj in India. So, what are the silent features of 73rd Amendment Act? First is strengthen the Gram Sabha as the foundation level institution of Panchayati Raj. Second is to maintain the streamline the organization and functioning of the three tiers Panchayat Raj, Panchayat Samiti, and Zilla Parishad. The state whose populations are less than 20 lakh are exempted from organizing the immediate level Panchayat Samiti. Direct elections of members of Panchayat Samitis, and Zilla Parishad are their heads, sarpanches. So, reservation of seats in Panchayati Raj institution is SC/ST women and women belonging to the SC/ST. 1/3 of the seats are reserved for the women. 1/3, now 1/2 offices of the panchayats and sarpanch, the head of the Panchayat Samiti, the Zilla Parishad of a state, also reserved the women. The Panchayati Raj institutions were to enjoy the fixed tenure for 5 years. Responsibility for conducting elections of the Panchayati Raj institutions, panchayats were given more function, additional finances, and definite sources of revenue. So the 11th schedule of the constitution was added, and it enumerated 29 subjects which were to be within the jurisdiction of the panchayats. Next, we are having Panchayati Raj in the 73rd Amendment Act. So, on April 23rd, 1994, all the sub-states of India completed the process of enacting fresh legislation and for strengthening the Panchayati Raj system. As said in the 73rd Amendment, the Panchayati Raj 73rd Amendment Act became operational in most of the states and union. The enforcement of the 73rd Act marked the beginning of process of devolution of power and decentralization of administration. This constituted an important step in the drive towards the strengthening of the democratic policies at the grassroots. In the main, this act provided reservation of seats for SC/STs in proportion to their population. Reservation for the post of chairmen for the SC/ST states. Reservation less than one third, now one half of the elections of the Panchayat for women. This kind of reservations were done in the 73rd Amendment. Next we are having the Zilla Parishad, and in Zilla Parishad we are going to study about the composition of the Zilla Parishad and the functions. So first is, what is the composition? What is the Zilla Parishad? The Zilla Parishad is a district top tier of the Panchayati Raj. It operates at the district level and looks after the rural areas of the district. The Zilla Parishad is a corporate body having perpetual successions and a common seal. So, while Zilla Parishad happens to be the most commonly used name for the top tier of Panchayati Raj. So what is the composition? 10 to 25 directly elected members from all the constituencies falling within in the area covered by the Zilla Parishad. Approximately 50,000 people elect one representative. All chairmen of Panchayat Samiti falling within the area of Zilla Parishad. We are having the MPs, that is the member of the parliaments, and member of the legislative assemblies, MLAs, representing the areas. Such MPs and MLAs whose names stand registered as voters in any constituency of the area of the Zilla Parishad. In case of Zilla Parishad, almost some seats stands reserved for the SC, ST and OBCs, and you can say about the women also. Next we are having what is a function. The main function of Zilla Parishad is developing the agriculture, to set the maintenance of the warehouses, to train the farmers, land reclamation and conservations, development of irrigation, rural electrification, water utilization is in the you can say the optimum way. Okay, encouraging of the cottage industry, small scale industry, then organizing cold storage facilities, and then you can say encouraging about the small savings, the organizational to organize the meetings and festivals, and many more. Next we're having just a minute. Yes, a municipal corporation, and here also we are having the composition. The number of members of each municipal corporation are based on the population of the city concerned and by the laws passed by the state legislation. First is there will be direct elected members from the area of the municipal corporation, members of state legislative assembly who represent the area of the municipal corporation. Provisions of reservation is here also. We can find about the scheduled caste, about the backward classes, and about the women. Here also reservation is there. Qualification, that the person have to be from the citizen of India. The minimum age is 21, have to get enrolled in the voter list, and should not have any government office of profit. Tenure. The tenure is 5 years for the members. Presiding mayor or president or mayor of municipal corporation. So municipal corporation has one chairman and one deputy chairman, who are called mayor and deputy mayor respectively. Provision of reservation, we are having 5% for the scheduled caste, 5% for the women belonging, including those who are belonging to the scheduled caste, and 2% of the backward caste. For the meetings we are having, oh, this part is not needed. Let us come to the functions. First is urban planning. In the 12th schedule of the constitution, this is included, that the functions of the municipal corporation. First is urban planning, including town planning, that is regulating land, use of constructions of buildings, planning the economic and social development, public health and sanitation, provisions of fire services, construction of road and bridges, and water supply to the domestic industry and commercial purposes, and planning economic and social development. So urban forest protection of the environment, safeguard the interest of the weaker sections, slum improvement. We are finding that prevention of the cruelty to the animals and regulation to slaughterhouses. And each municipal corporation also performs several administrative functions, like you can say it can purchase and sell land, recruits staff for the municipal corporation, it frames to own it's owned by laws, and it imposes fine on the violation of the rules, it registers birth certificate and death certificates, and this kind of works are done. Besides this, each municipal performs some civic services like water supply, sanitation, fire fighting services, construction of buildings, construction and maintenance of roads, slum development. All these are coming, maintenance of park and ground. All these are coming into some other kind of activities. Hopefully you understood. Thank you.